I'm here at the OptiMYz Live Health Expo, and I'm in the H2 Pro Hydrate booth because a lot of people need to hydrate themselves, especially after they had a good run, either a good run marathon or a good run with life. So what's your name?
My name's Lee Wilson.
And you are?
I'm Joseph.
Joseph, tell me about this. Apparently it's a new product.
So basically we've launched just today in Canada. It started in the UK with 2 triathletes and a cardiologist. One of the triathletes was a chronic cramper and wanted to figure out what the problem was. And the main problem with cramping, headaches, and all those bad things that you get on your workout and on your runs is the lack of sodium. So what we do here is we test your sweat sodium level. What a sweat sodium level is basically everybody excretes different amounts of sodium in their sweat depending on just who you are genetically, uniquely to you. So we test that here in 2 different ways. And here are the 2 different ways. There is the induced sweat test right here. It takes about 20 minutes to do. You don't have to do any type of workout or start up a sweat. But we also have the easier sweat patch test that you can take home and you do on one of your workouts. You just attach one of those pads to your back or to your chest and do about a 45-minute workout, build up a sweat, and then once you've got that sweat, you put it back into the bag for us, send it our way with your name and your email, and after that, we can send you a result, and it's a performance test, sort of what suits you best.
Oh, so it's like customized for your body type and everything else and your exercise, and still, so that then you can suggest which type
is best for you. So
you have different types here, obviously. These bottles here, these containers here are the different types that people would use.
Yeah, it ranges from about 250 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium per liter. So if you think of it this way, it's basically if you sweat a liter on your workout, you're going to want to put about a liter of water back into you, right? But sweat is not just water. So if you have 250 milligrams that you're putting out in that liter, you're going to want to put 250 milligrams of sodium back in. It's keeping yourself level. The same amount that's going out is coming back in, and it's keeping you hydrated the whole way through.
I see. So how often would you have to get retested, or that test you do, is that for that's like an exercise they do, the person would do like, as a often, and then if they do a different type of exercise, would they have to get tested for that?
No, it's actually it doesn't matter how much you're excreting per se. The rate, the average, the rate it stays steady, right? It's a genetic coding in you. It doesn't have anything
to do with diet. Say, for example, if you're a weightlifter and you're doing that, and then all of a sudden you want to jog.
You wouldn't have to get retested. It would be the same. It would be the same sweat because everybody, you're still excreting the same amount of sodium when you're sweating. It doesn't even matter if you're out on a humid day.
Gotcha.
If you're sweating, you're sweating. Whether it doesn't matter what's going on.
Okay.
Sure, the amount that you're excreting, if you're going on a huger bike ride, you're going to want to have a lot more water with you than per se if you're just going on a walk. But still, it's about keeping hydrated and keeping that water in you, right?
Okay, so tell me about your products. We get different types or different colors, I see. So yellow and orange and purple. What's that?
So basically, these are just the variances in the milligrams in the amount of sodium. The taste is the same, right? It's a citrus sort of very little taste to it, but just sort of a citrusy lime taste, just to give it a bit of zest. But just all this is the 250 level. This is what we're giving out actually today at the show. And that's just sort of your basic, like a Gatorade or something like that, sports drink. But the difference between this and Gatorade, this has 1.8 grams of sugar per capsule compared to 35 grams of sugar in your basic everyday sports drink that you'd be consuming. So it's basically what we're trying to do is right to the hydration, right to the problem. None of that extra stuff in the equation.
Now, what are some of the testimonials, for example?
Well, actually, we got a testimonial yesterday from a woman, Rose. She was in Tucson last week, and she was doing an 8-hour bike trip, and on that she actually got hospitalized. She was drinking water, she had water with her the whole entire time, but what they needed to do was pump 2 bags of saline solution into her to get that sodium level back up there. Because it doesn't matter how much water you're drinking, if you don't have the sodium to hold on to it, then it's not going to be doing what you want it to do, especially in the hot Tucson sun. So she came in and she got tested, and as you can maybe see here, she's up in the 1,300 range.
Okay.
So it makes sense, 1,300 milligrams per liter of her sweat. That's a lot of sodium that's excreting out of her. And she even said that she could see salt crystals in some of her sweat and stuff like that. Whereas me, I'm up in the 500 range. So really, it doesn't matter who you are. It's just genetically you. You can't change it. You can't do anything about it.
So what about the testimonial? What happened to her?
Oh, well, she got tested and she got figured out which one that she's doing now, and she's on that. And she hasn't gone back out yet, but she says that she's really excited to try the new product. Since we've only launched today, it's hard to get a lot of testimonials.
You're right. Sorry, yeah.
We're trying to build up as much as we can, but the two triathletes that use it in the UK, what are their names? Sorry, I forget.
Okay.
No names. Sorry,
Forget it. Okay. Now, where was this invented?
It was invented in the UK by the two triathletes and the cardiologist. They actually used this machine is used to diagnose.
Yeah.
No. Thank you. What's it used to diagnose? How long is the interview?
Okay, that's okay. So your website is?
myh2pro.ca.
Great, thank you so much.